What's up, guys? I've got a video here for you. We are going to go through building a PC for you. I'm going to do a couple different PCs here. I'm going to do one that's a entry to mid kind of build PC. Prices may vary. This is shot in Canada. This is Canadian pricing, so where you live could be cheaper, could be a little less. That's okay. Just you can run off the parts I've chosen here. Now, some parts that are better might be cheaper where you're at, and that's okay. You can alter this. This is not locked in stone. I'm not really running a number here. We're just going to see what it would cost to build you a good PC at this point in time. Now, memory is through the roof right now, and I'm talking through the roof. Like a kit of 32 gig CL30 RAM. I got to remember the name of it now. Either way, though, it was like RGB RAM. It was absolutely insane. It was 129 bucks as far as a couple months ago. Now it's up to $400, which is absolutely mind blowing. Keep in mind now, the memory is the thing you could probably wait on or shop around for somewhere else. Check your local marketplace, check your local eBay, check eBay for that stuff, check your Craigslist or whatever, and you might find a sweet deal somewhere else, possibly at Micro Center or a Memory Express or a Best Buy. So shop around for that. That's the only thing I'm saying we're not really locking in today, or like might not even pick, or I might just pick some average price stuff when it's normal priced. But with that, let's get into this. So I'm going to go off of what I know. I am not incentivized to say certain things here. I mean, that's pretty easy to say because I'm just not big enough to be incentivized, and even if I was, I don't want to be that way. I do not want to have my opinions ever swayed. I want to be as honest, average, just an average consumer to you guys, and not have a sway because this guy gave me this or told me to do this. So I'm going off of what I know, what I've used, and yeah, let's get into it. So very quickly here, CPU is the big thing here. Now, I prefer to go, if you're doing an entry level build, 6 cores is going to be more than sufficient. Now, you're going to notice here the prices, like I know on Newegg, for example, it's a $10 difference between the 7600X and the 9600X. In this case here, it's just a little over 20 bucks. Depending where you're at, though, that price could differ even more, could be very close, could be the 9600X is cheaper. There's also the thing of bundles. A lot of places offer bundles where you can get these things a little bit cheaper, but we're going non-bundle today. In this case, I could alter it to 7600X, but for 20 bucks more, you do get a slightly better CPU. Again, they're not a massive difference, but the big thing here is that TDP, and that is the 105 watts for the 7600X, 65 watts for the 9600X. Now, the less wattage used, the better. It's going to be a more efficient CPU in this case, so we're going to run with the 9600X. Now, just like Newegg's builder, PC part picker will only allow you to choose compatible only parts, so you have no fears when the parts show up that your stuff's not going to go together. So keep that in mind. Let's go with a cooler here. Now, AIOs are nice. You can get some cheaper Thermalright ones, but for the ease of doing this, we're just going to go a Thermalright CPU cooler. There, as far as price to performance goes, you just can't beat it. It's absolutely, I mean, there's some steals on it. This is not a hot CPU, so you don't need to go crazy. Something like this is more than enough here. It's a nice look to it. We obviously prefer though to have something, because that little halo on the sides here might not match the fans that are in the case we go with, so let's pick something that's a little more neutral. And this right here looks pretty good. And that you can also change. This stuff is not, again, locked in. You can change this as you go. You can go up to something beefy like this if you like. Go to something like this if you'd like. I mean, that's 53 bucks. I mean, that's not bad at all. See, this is the thing. As we're doing this, I might come across something where I might say that's a better idea to do that. Okay, 30 bucks for that. Let's go with that. That's going to work totally fine. That's going to be more than sufficient enough cooling. Motherboard, this is where I tend to go a little more high end. just because if you do upgrade in the future, you want to have a motherboard that's capable of that. It's got sufficient cooling. I don't know if that's really a big thing, but I prefer to go a little higher end on this stuff, not super high end. Again, don't need to go $1,000 motherboard or $500 motherboard, but just don't go something totally bare bones. Much like the power supply, don't skim on that. Go something worth buying. Now, what I would say to do, I like MATX, so I'm going to run with MATX. If you want to alter that and go to ATX, you can. If you want to get SFX, you can. Again, you just got to edit it yourself then. So with that, um, what do we got here? We got some great options though. You know what? This one kind of looks pretty attractive to me here. I like the look of this. You know, it's a good. It's this is going to be able to take obviously the newest processor. It'll be able to take the oldest ones as well too. If you want to put the 7600X in this thing, it'll work totally fine. Memory speeds are good there. Wi-Fi 7 you got in here. You're gonna have more than enough ports on this thing. It's gonna be totally fine. Back here you can see you got some USBs. You got a USB-C there. You got your BIOS thing. Yeah, I mean this is display HDMI, your LAN connect or your Ethernet cable connection there. This will probably do the trick just fine. Okay, let's go with that. Let's uh, let's see if this will mess me up if I go back. No, it didn't. Sweet. Where's that at now? Right here. Boom. I said MATX, but I'm gonna probably go with ATX for now, just because there's gonna be some more options. Hmm. I gotta think on that. We might let's just see here quick. Let's just see. Let's see what micro ATX has. Yeah, like see some of the pricing on these is a little whacked. Now there is the older. Oh, it says out of stock, but it is available on Newegg right now. I prefer to go something in stock on here though, so like it helps. This B50ME Wi-Fi. I like that. It's just a smaller version of the board we just looked at. It's still gonna have plenty of. It's gonna have your two SSD spots or NVMe slots, plenty of cooling. It's gonna work all the same. It's just gonna be a little smaller. You're gonna have more than enough headers. If you need more headers, you can always buy the little splitters. They're cheap. They're like $4 online. Very cheap. $213 though. We're already saving 30, about $40 there. Let's drop that in there. Boom. This site here, I've never used them. You can also alter that though where you want to buy that from. I mean, you can see you can sort by specific people here if you'd like. We're just going to run off of the lowest price, and that's okay. Anything on here, I'm assuming is going to be more than reputable, but if you want to alter that where you're going, you can. You might just pay a little more, but again, that's totally fine. That's all up to you. Memory we're gonna skip on right now because we know that's extremely and excessively priced. That's one thing I might hold off on. Storage. A lot of people are and a lot of YouTubers are suggesting 1 terabytes. I don't like that idea. I like at least a 2 terabyte because that's gonna give you more than enough space for your software, your games. You can throw like I've got Call of Duty on mine. I've got tons of games on here. I've got Fortnite, obviously. I've got probably 10 or 12 games in here, and I've still got like just about 700-800 terabytes or gigabytes left on my 700-800 terabytes. Wow, that'd be insane. I still got like a third, roughly, of storage space left. I don't even play Call of Duty, so once I delete that, I've got more than a terabyte left. But let's go with 2 terabyte. That's gonna give us or give you more than enough space to be able to do what you want to do, not have to worry about losing storage or anything like that. Or not storage, sorry, losing, the ability to have some freedom. You'd have to delete a game maybe to get another game. A 2 terabyte, you're going to be more than fine. Let's just take a look here. Now the crucial P3 Plus is the one I'm running here. It says 221. I paid like 110 bucks for mine right here. That's a 1 terabyte. I don't like that. That's not great. This 2 terabyte here, Samsung 990 Pro, actually looks pretty good. I mean, you can see we got so many options here. The certain ones are going to run you a little higher than normal. 223 for this crucial T500. It's not bad. Let's just go with this 990 Pro. Again, you can edit that, you can change that, you can go to something little cheaper. This is kind of a good in between. I know there's this thing, I can't even remember the name of it now, that people tell you to look for on NVMe's. I tells you how much I pay attention to because I've completely forgotten the name of it. If you want to look for a higher end NVMe, you can. Just know the prices do go up. Once you start to go a little more crazy with that, the prices are gonna jump, right? So this is a good in between. 200 bucks isn't horrible. Canadian. I mean, you can certainly find cheaper elsewhere. The Kingston NV3s I think are a little bit cheaper as well too. But we're gonna set it in at that. Now, graphics card. I am a big AMD fan. What I really like is the 9060 XTs and the 9070s. Let's check the price of a 9070. Let's just see what we can do there. The prices are a little high, right? 9070, 816 bucks. 860, 760 for that. It's a difference of a couple $100. I mean, a 9060 XT is going to be more than enough for an entry level build. Let's do that. Keep that price low for you. 529 cheap. Power color right here. Look at that, 500 bucks. And that's the 16 gig version, which I've read stuff online, and the 16 gig is the card to get out of the two between the 8 and the 16. Power color is a reputable brand. It's a good graphics card. Now let's go into power supply here quick. I always like to go with an 850 minimum no matter what you're building because it gives you the room to upgrade in the future. Because the last thing you want to do is go with a 650 or 750 and now you've come across some more money, you're going to upgrade your build, and I got to buy another power supply because mine's not sufficient enough to run my bigger and better graphics card, my more powerful CPU. Go with an 850. It's going to be a perfect sweet spot. You can certainly go to 1,000. That's what I've got in mine. That's probably overkill, honestly, unless I'm running really, really high end cards, which I don't imagine I'm ever going to be, but who knows. You could go with something like the Corsair RM850E or the 850. Now, the MSI 850 here, that one is going to have the 12 volt connector, which, again, upgrade path. There's cards that take that 12 volt connection. You're going to want to have that rather than going, because I think the RM850 doesn't actually have the 12 volt. So by spending an extra 10 bucks, you're giving yourself another thing where you're protecting yourself in the future. It's 80 plus gold rating, 850 watt, PCIe 5, boom, 140 bucks done. Let's add that. Operating system, completely leave that blank. Do not go buy Windows. That is like 150 bucks or 100 bucks or something like that. Don't go buy it. Do not go buy that thing at all because I'm going to tell you what I did. I went to my Memory Express. I bought a $6 flash drive. I got them to download the Windows 11 installer on there for me. Now you can tell them the Pro or the home version. I went with the Pro, but I don't think it really matters. You get them to get that installer on there for you. You come home, you plug it in the back of your computer, and you boot from that drive using your BIOS. It boots from that. It'll instantly run you into the Windows installer. It'll run the Windows updates, all that stuff good. Really quick, touching on the last video, it's always going to recommend downloading their antivirus, which is like Norton or Avast or something like that, or McAfee. Click that off. Do not get that. Do not get a third-party antivirus. Windows Defender is more than enough. It's saved me, it's saved millions of people. It's incredible, and it's not bloatware. Just stick with Windows Defender. Do not add that antivirus. But anyways, go there. They didn't even charge me to put that on there. It was just the price of the flash drive, and that's it. You might have a buddy with a PC already, though, that can do that for you. You might even already have a PC. You can put the Windows installer on it on a flash drive for yourself. So do that. Save yourself some money there. And then what I did is I just went to GVG Mall and I bought a Windows 11 key. It was like $30. You get it sent to your email right away. It also will pop up right there on your account too. Once it's downloaded, you go into the Windows settings, you go to the add a product key, you enter in that key, boom, it works. I had no issues with it. It was totally protected. It's paid through PayPal. You're totally safe. It's not, I mean, tons of people use GVG Mall. So I got Windows for $30 rather than $130. So I saved money there. Sorry, guys. Whoa, yeah. So, getting back here, I went on a little bit of a rant there, but operating system, leave that. Do not buy it. Just get the Windows installer, buy yourself a product key. You'll save a ton of money. Monitor, we can look at doing monitors. Let's just focus on the tower itself for now. You can buy a monitor anywhere. I'm going to make a video on the monitor I'm using, which is phenomenal. Now we're going to go through some monitor specs, look for some ones to find, so stay tuned for a future video on that. Now, let's go to the case. We are going with a MATX case, so let's go to an MATX, or an MATX motherboard, so we're going to go to an MATX case. I don't know what the heck mini tower means, but whatever, let's go with that. Alright, so this is the case I'm using right here, the H3 Flow. I mean, it was super simple to build in here. The case looks phenomenal. If you've seen my videos, you see that the case looks great. I just bought a pack of Be Quiet fans. They're $50 for a 3-pack high-speed ones. You can get some thermal right fans, and those fans will do more than enough for you. Let's go with that case. I like it. You can certainly, there's some other great options out there. There's the Pop Mini Air. But see, now that's $84. Yes, you get some fans, but they're not PWM fans, from what I've been told. There's the case I had before, the A3. I didn't like it. I had some cooling issues. There's the Montec Air 100 though. Deep cool's a little harder to find in some spots because of their whole whatever's going on there. Let's just go with that H3 Flow. They have it in white as well too, but we're going to go with the black for today's build. Now we're going to add on some case fans here. And what we're going to do here, that's a 3-pack there. I prefer to go the 5-pack. There's the 5-pack there. $25 for a 5-pack. They daisy chain together as well too, so you don't need like a hub for that. You can daisy chain both the PWM and the RGB, and you're more than fine. Now, little tip here is I would keep the front fans, your intake fans, on a separate port than your exhaust fans, simply because then when you've got an app like Fan Control where you can control the speeds of that, if you have them all on the same thing, your fans will all run at the same speed that you've set it to. Whereas if you have your intake on one control on one port and your exhaust on another, you can set your intakes to run a little faster and your exhaust to run a little slower to get a nice solid bit of airflow going through there, a little more intake than you do exhaust. You can adjust it though. You have a little more fluctuation with that. A little gives you a little more room to finagle and adjust and make you have the perfect cooling, I guess, set up in place to ensure that this thing's running as cool and as efficient as possible. But $25 for that pack of 5 fans, they're amazing. I mean, plenty of CFM. They're 120 mils. You can fit 120 or 140 mil fans in the front too. So you could always buy a couple 140s in there too if you wanted. Just keep in mind they're like $15 each a piece, so that's like $30. You do add some additional costs with that, but you can certainly do that if you wanted. Get you a 5-pack, throw 2 120s in the front, a couple 120s on the top, 120 exhaust there. You could do that. You're gonna be more than fine then there. And especially with the 9600X, it's gonna be more than cool. That 9060 XT card's not a hot running card, so you're fine there. Anyways, all said and done on that, our total we've reached ourselves here is 1459. So under 1500 bucks, we've built a phenomenal PC here. This is a great build. You've got your cooling here, you've got good motherboard, good storage, this. Now, again, the thing that I didn't add in there is the RAM because we click on this, the prices are out to lunch. Let's try to set a price point here. Do we got anything like it's 160 bucks? See, this is the problem here is prices are a little wacky right now. I'd prefer to get 32 gigs. We're going to find though that the pricing is pretty hard to reach here. Yeah, like look at that. Prices are out to lunch, so let's estimate in 200 bucks, okay? For RAM, because I think if we just do this quick, let's go to eBay. And in here, let's just go 32 gig DDR5 CL30. 200 bucks here. We got some 274, a little bit cheaper, 200 bucks there. 190. You know, you can certainly find some more affordable RAM. You can check your Facebook Marketplace. You know, you're probably going to find some savings there. That's why I say right now, if you're going to buy all your components, hold off on the RAM. It's a nightmare. Unless you're okay with buying from Facebook Marketplace and stuff, which I say go for it. I mean, there's obviously some risks there, but not anything that would kind of, I mean, trust your gut on that too, right? If you go to some place and it's really sketchy, you just got a bad feeling about it, the packaging looks opened or like tampered with, don't get it. Look around though, because there's Black Friday sales all across the board everywhere. Micro Center stuff, they might have some RAM there. Let's just take a look quick. Actually, Micro Center, I don't know if it's going to show prices because again, I'm in Canada. um, let's find some DDR5 RAM though. Yeah, see, we got some Black Friday sales here. You got this here, so you got some G Skill Flare 16 gig. You can buy 2 sticks of that for 200 bucks. You know, there's definitely options here. What you could do. Memory Express as well, if you're in Canada. Let's go to, see, I'm just more comfortable with their site because I've used it so much. But let's go into here, DDR5. See, this is the kit I'm running right now, and it was 140 bucks when I got it. So this is that run I was talking about right here. This, it was 129. Prices are out to lunch at some places. Um, this one here, 189, 32 gigs, 6400 megahertz, CL32. That's a good kit. That's a good buy right there. I'd probably jump on that if I were you. You can certainly get slower speed. 6,000 is that sweet spot. 6,000, we get it and set it to 6,000 if it's not that stable for you. But let's just, for the purposes of this, let's just pick. That's Corsair Vengeance. So let's do this here. Let's go Corsair Vengeance. I spelled that wrong, I bet. Okay, let's find 6400 now. Right here, this is CL32. Let's go to the CL32. Is that in here? Yes. Boom. Right here. saying $607. We're gonna alter that pricing quick because we just seen right now that it's not that. Yeah, see right there, it says 254 on there. Out of stock, it's in stock though. So right there, we're at 1714 taxes and $1,700 to build a pretty good PC. I would say let's lock that in again. You can be patient on the RAM. You can look around and shop. You can save some money elsewhere, some other spots. I mean, this case, we're total with the fans and all. Which chances are, if you're buying a case, you're probably going to buy some extra fans anyways for some cooling. So really, I don't think that's making a big difference. We're getting a great buy on that MSI power supply. Great buy. Again, you can go a little bit cheaper there. We could save some money right here on the storage. You know, we could go in here, find us a 2 terabyte quick, and just go down here to this. Let's just go to that. Okay. Let's sort by pricing. Let's just go to that 186. What do we got here? Like it's okay. So $20 difference there, really. You could certainly go with a 2 terabyte if you wanted. I again wouldn't, but you could save 25, $50 by going with a different version. I don't think you need to. I think that's more than enough. The other nice thing about this too is it estimates the wattage used. So it's estimating 360. I say let's just round up to 400. Well, we've got an 850 card. So you see we got 361. I don't know why I was pointing at the screen. You can't see what I'm pointing at. You can see here though we've got the 361 wattage. Rough that, let's estimate and round it up to 400. You've got a 850 watt power supply here. You're going to have more than sufficient wattage. It's not going to be pushing that thing to its limits. This is going to be a good build. Again, like I said, you can shop around, you can edit this, you can vary this, but that's what we're going at. Do what I do, take a screenshot if you'd like as well too. I'm not allowed to put links to certain purchase websites in my description yet for some reason. It won't let me. I think it's just simply because my viewership is low, but hopefully that's something that will change in the future soon enough. But yeah, so let's run with that. Now, this next part is going to be for the higher tiered build. If you're not wanting to go anything higher than what we've kind of at here, the $1,700 mark, you can probably end the video here or skip towards the end. But with that, let's jump into the next build here. Now, we're already going to make some changes here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to drop off some of these things here. Probably going to keep that motherboard, that RAM we'll keep on there. SSD I like. That we're going to change out. We're going to keep that. Alright. So, let's edit this. CPU. Instantly, I'm saying 9700X. That's $400. You can certainly go with like a 7800 X3D. That's $479. You could also go with the 9800 X3D. That's $500 or $600. It's a little excessive, right? That we're gonna jump our budget now. I think a sweet spot really is that 7700X. It's more than enough. If you guys are hearing a snapping, it's my cooling there that's kind of acting weird on me. Yeah, let's go with that. 9700X. $400. Jeez. Let's go with that old gen. Frick it. It's $80 more. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Let's do that. That 850 is still gonna run this, so you don't gotta worry about that. 7800 X3 is still gonna work on there. Yes, is it as good as the other one? Where's the issues here? I don't see any issues at all. Yeah, oh, okay, so there we go. This is another nice thing about Part Picker, guys, is it actually will tell you if there's an issue. This just tells us it doesn't have a stock CPU cooler. We're going to add one. I don't know. let's go with that 9700X. You can, if you want to spend more money and get the 9800X 3D, you can. If you want to get 7800X 3D, you can. The 9700X is going to be more than enough. It's 8 cores. It's great. It's a very efficient processor. Let's go with that. 400 bucks. We got it. We can do this. Keep that motherboard the same. I like that motherboard. It's a good motherboard. It looks nice. Get us a cooler here. You can run an air cooler like this Peerless Assassin 120 SE and be more than fine. 60 bucks. You don't need an AIO. I've got an AIO, which was about 130 bucks. You don't really got to do it. I240 is the card there, or the so 110 bucks. That's actually not bad. I really like that. Yeah, let's run with that. I like it. Now the RAM here, we're keeping that the same as the last part. 250 bucks. It was actually 189 bucks at Memory Express. RAM prices are through the roof right now, so if you want to hold off on that, I wouldn't hold it against you. Case, we're sticking with H3 Flow. I love this case. I'm a fan of it. Threw in a pack of fans here, a 5 pack. You could certainly save $5 to go to the 3 pack, but for $5 more, get the 5 pack. They're daisy chainable. You can use Signal RGB and get them all to sync up to RGB to look the same, so you're all good there. And what I would do certainly in this case is I would throw. You could put your, obviously you've got your liquid cooler as your top exhaust. Two of these fans up in the front for your intake. You put another two on the bottom on the PSU shroud for more intake because there's that side mesh grill there that's going to allow some air to pull in that way and up and cool everything off as well too. You can, it's not necessarily needed, but you can. And then one of those for your exhaust on the rear. I don't use the fans on the PSU shroud, but you certainly can. That's why there's a 5 pack there though. And if you had a fan issue, you can swap it out pretty quick, and it's not that difficult to do. So we're gonna keep that in there. Graphics card, we are gonna step that up now. And the card that I am a fan of is the 9070. It is a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful card. We're gonna go with that XT. Let's not go crazy on that. I've got the 9070, just the OC edition, the overclock edition. You certainly can go with the XT or that. 880 bucks for the XT version of the card I have now. It's a great card. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. You could certainly go with the XFX Swift there. You could go with the white. I mean, the prices are 20 bucks difference for the white version, which is deadly. Generally, white is a lot more expensive, but it's not in this case. Um, Sorry guys, my cat is crying in the background there. Let's go with this for now. Oh, you got the white, the Steel Legend as well too. Sorry guys, I'm just calling over my cat who decided she wants some attention. Come here. I don't edit this stuff out, by the way. Now, let's go with that card there. I like it. Oh, you can get the ASRock Challenger as well too. Let's just go with Asus. Wherever you're buying it from, though, something like this, I always recommend getting that additional warranty, something where you can deal with it in store rather than having to ship it out to somebody and possibly not even getting the same card back, getting somebody else's problem back or another refurb. Something like Memory Express has a thing where if that graphics card is broken or that part is broken, they don't give you a used one. They give you a brand new one off the shelf. If that version isn't made anymore, they give you the next best thing. So in the case of, say, my Ryzen 7700X, if that fails on me, they don't have any more of those right now, so they would give me a 9700X. They will give you the newest version of that if yours isn't available anymore. So let's go with that for 10 bucks more than the ASRock. Let's go with this. I like the card. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. Boom. So right now, all said and done, we're at 2,300 bucks. Now, what I'm going to touch on again too that I touched on earlier is the MSI 850 has the 12 volt connector. It is also fully modular, which is nice. You don't get a bunch of cable you got to stuff away and hide. It's PCIe 5. This is going to run you well into the future and you'll be totally fine. But yeah, this is I mean, you can certainly save a little bit of money here, about 50 bucks, 60 bucks if you want to go down to an air cooler like the Peerless Assassin 120 SE. You could save 60 bucks there. I went with this way, which is it's pretty well the build I've got now. The only difference is the motherboard, I have the Gigabyte Aorus Ice. This is going to be very comparable. I've got the 7700X. This is just a slightly better version. This is what I'm running. I've got Kingston Fury RAM. When I got it, it was 140 bucks. It's now way more. I'm using a Crucial P3 Plus 2 terabyte. This is comparable. This is probably better actually. I just like Crucial stuff. The affordability was good at the time. 9070 XT. I'm running the OC, not the XT, but this is going to be even better, and it's comparable to the price I paid as well too. So 880 for that. It's not bad as far as what else is out there right now. And then your 5 pack of fans. So you're all set there. The MSI cooler does come with thermal paste in there. If you really wanted, you could throw in a tube of thermal paste and be good. You could certainly throw in some MX6 here, get a tube of that. Boom. 2312, all said and done. That's the whole shebang out the door. Again, prices are going to vary on some of these things. You could probably save a little more money. There's also bundle deals. I will say again, bundle, guys. If you can find bundles at a local store, take the bundle. You will always save money. I bundled my 7700X with my RAM, with my motherboard, and I saved like 180 bucks. Okay, you can save incredible amounts of money that allow you to allot that money then to either your pocket or put it towards a graphics card or a different case or a monitor, right? Shop around. Don't be scared. You don't have to buy everything out of the same place. As you can see here, you've got a, sorry, I'm just on Memory Express there again. Whoops. You've got a variation of stores here. You can do the same. You can all go to Micro Center. You can all go to Best Buy. You can all go to Amazon, Memory Express, Canada Computers. You can certainly buy all under the same place, and I'm not forcing you to not do that. If that's what works best for you, go for it. Just know, shop around. Lots of places have bundles. Memory Express has bundles. Micro Center has bundles. Canada Computers has bundles. I don't think Best Buy does, but they might. But shop around, take a look. Total wattage here we see 510. Could even jump that to 550. Well, we got an 850 watt PSU, so we're more than good. Everything about this is compatible. It works. Part picker here will tell you if stuff is not compatible, but you've got the green for compatibility. You're all good to go. So that's what we're running here for that build. You can certainly change this to, like I said, the 9800X3D if you really wanted. Price is going to change, obviously, right? You're at 2,500 bucks. So if you wanted to go with that 9800X3D, definitely could do it. I probably then, this should cool it. At that point, though, you might want to consider potentially going to a different case, one where you can fit a 360 in there. That should do it. But you can certainly go with this. You could also go with the 7000X3D and save about 120 bucks, I believe. Let's just double check that again quick here. Let's go 7000X3D. Yeah, you'd save about 120 bucks. So you're down to 24, let's just say roughly. So variation of 100 bucks, 120 bucks there between the 7800X3D and the 9800X3D. So play around with it though. Alter this where you can. If you've got more budget, go for it. You know, step up that graphics card more if you'd like. This is, in my mind, the great value to price performance. Sorry, I'm getting confused here, I guess. Price to performance graphics card, it's a great card. I've had no issues with mine. You're not going to have any issue with this with yours. Using AMD CPUs and graphics cards as well too allows you to unlock a little more performance because they have a software, I can't remember the name of it, I apologize, that allows you to step up the performance even more rather than using AMD processor and NVIDIA card. Going all AMD allows you to get a little more. Same as if you went, I guess it wouldn't actually be the same because they don't. Okay, sorry, brain fart there. But yeah, guys, this is two great builds. They're going to be more than sufficient for what you want. They are Swiss Army knife builds. It's MATX2, so this tower's going to fit wherever you want it to go. I've got a small 3x2 desk. It fits totally fine. Plenty of room on here. I've got a 27-inch curved monitor too. I've got no issues with space. You could go to a bigger desk though, but you can put this in your living room, spare room, in a bedroom. You can put it in an office. It's going to fit totally fine. Case looks great. The build is going to be more than sufficient and more than good. And again, too, these builds, you can upgrade them. You can build this one right now that we've got here, and 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, you can upgrade it, provided obviously things fit. With this motherboard, you're gonna have to stick with the same socket. Then you might have to upgrade the motherboard if you want to go to the newest socket in the future. Keep that in mind. Um, this is kind of a good build though, same as that slightly cheaper one there. The what is 1,700 bucks. That one you can upgrade to. If you decide the 9060 XT is just not cutting it for you anymore, you can step up to a 9070 and sell your old card, make some money back. Again, too, that's the other thing to think of is as you upgrade, if you upgrade from the 7700X, let's say, or 9700X, and you want to go to the 7800X 3D or the 9800X 3D, sell your old part and get some money back, because in the used market you can still fetch a good return on those parts rather than leave them lying around. Or who knows, maybe you can put those in another build and give that away, or sell it, make some profits that way. You can almost have a side hustle in that sense, right, of taking your old parts, putting them together, and selling a build, right? So keep that in mind, that when you've swapped out, you still have a potential to earn back some money you've spent on your upgrades, right? So that's the beautiful thing about PCs compared to consoles. The upgrades are endless. You can keep going and going and going. You can step up the fans, the case, everything. The opportunities are endless. It's very easy to put together. It seems stressful, but it's the funnest thing you can possibly do, other than pushing that power button, getting some gameplay going. So, guys, that is everything for today. I appreciate you watching. Had a lot of fun here. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll help you the best I can. I can put together a build for you if you want it as well too. Free of charge. I don't charge for this stuff. I'm just having fun doing it. So, and lastly, if there's some content you'd like to see, if there's a topic you'd like me to discuss or something you'd like me to do, please let me know in the comments, because I would absolutely love to do it. If you give me ideas on videos, I will definitely do them. I will make it work. And I will also credit you as well too. I will make sure that that is in the video that you've given me the idea to do that. So, anyways, guys, I just did a little stream today as well too. There's going to be more streams coming, more content coming. Thanks for tuning in. Everything, and honestly, I really, really appreciate the comments and the support from you guys. It means it means everything to me. It really does. I didn't know if I was ever going to come back to doing this, and I'm back, and I'm having fun, and yeah. So, guys, thanks again. All the best. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.